Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the lab. It is PoGo Professor here to give you some information on the January news. It's the second month of the season Dual Destiny. So we've got some debuts, we got some new events, we got some returning events, we've got raid dates, we got plenty of stuff. We'll get into it. So first, let's go ahead and talk about some of the events that we're going to be experiencing during January. First, on January 3rd to January 7th, we're going to be doing Fido Fetch, which will feature the debut of the Pokemon Fido. It starts at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time and goes until 10 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, which is a very strange time window that is typically from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. But I don't know why it's that strange time. So that's the first event. That's January 3rd to January 7th. On January 5th, we have Community Day. It's the very first Community Day of 2025, and it's going to be Sprigatito. I know that they are premiering a new paid ticket that's going to be $2 instead of $1. I know there's more bonuses involved, but Niantic, come on, what are you doing? So anyway, that's January 5th, Sprigatito. Fashion Week will be coming back on January 10th to January 19th. That's a nice long event. We haven't had like a long event in Pokemon Go in quite a while. So January 10th to the 19th, and again, that's 10 a.m. start time and then an 8 p.m. end time on the 19th. We also have a Fashion Week Taken Over event, which is probably going to be a Go Rocket takeover. We're probably going to get a new trio for the leaders. I wonder what they're going to be. I personally have gotten all three so far. I would like to get a couple more. I know I'd like to get another Ralts because you have two options to evolve. You can do Gallade or Gardevoir, depending on the gender that you have. Anyway, so Fashion Week Taken Over is going to be from January 15th, my birthday, until January 19th. Then we also, right in the middle of that, have Mega Gallade Raid Day. Mega Gallade is finally coming to Pokemon Go well after Gardevoir has been made a Mega in the game. So that's going to be an exciting one. That's going to be from 2 to 5 p.m. local time, Mega Gallade Raid Day, January 11th. On January 19th, there'll be a Shadow Raid Day. I have no real clue what that's going to be, but I hope it's a new Shadow Legendary. We don't know yet. I can't wait for that information to come out because Shadow Raid Days are some of my favorite. Then we have Steeled Resolve that's going to be January 21st to the 26th. We have no information on that, but obviously it's got to be some kind of Steel event. On January 25th, we have Community Day Classic. Could be any number of Pokemon. Can't even really speculate on that, but it's probably going to be something that's meta relevant because they've been actually pretty good at picking which Pokemon they want to bring back. On January 29th to February 2nd, we had the Lunar New Year. That is going to be a good one. It usually is. I don't remember what the next year is going to be. Let me check that real quick. Okay, so the Lunar New Year for next year is going to be the Snake. So there's a few different Pokemon that they could... you know what they could do? They could release the evolution of Dunsparce, because I think that's technically a snake Pokemon. Obviously, we have Ekans, that's going to be featured. What else is there? Maybe there aren't that many snakes in the game, but I have a feeling the evolution of Dunsparce will come out. And if that comes out, there's a little rare form that it has where it has like an extra hump or whatever that thing is on it. So that is the last event of January, starting January 29th to February 2nd, Lunar New Year. Max battles from January 6th to January 13th, we have Machop, Ghastly, Krabby, Cryogonal, and Wooloo. From January 13th to January 20th, we have Squirtle, Machop, Ghastly, Krabby, and Cryogonal. From January 20th to January 27th, we have Charmander, Beldum, Cryogonal, Scorbunny, and there's going to be something that's going to debut, and it looks like it can be shiny based on this graphic that Niantic has released. So more info on that soon. From January 27th to February 3rd, we have Bulbasaur, Cryogonal, Grookey, and Wooloo, and we have another debut that's going to be happening. Maybe it's the same one from that week before. Not totally sure yet, but that can be shiny as well. So we have Max Mondays. So on Max Mondays, we have, it's from 6 to 7 p.m. If you haven't participated in it, basically every power spot gets one specific Pokemon, so it's a good time to grind on a certain Pokemon if you want it. So on January 6th, Max Monday is going to be Machop. On January 13th, it's going to be Squirtle. On January 20th, 27th, and February 3rd, it's all question marks. Again, they're keeping something under wraps. I don't know if it's one Pokemon that's going to have 3 Max Mondays or if it's 3 different Pokemon. You know what? Maybe it's Sprigatito. Maybe. I don't know. Not sure. Who knows? We'll see. In Mega Raids, from January 4th to January 16th, we'll have Mega Lopunny. From January 16th to January 24th, right off the heels of its debut, we'll have Mega Gallade. And from January 24th to February 6th, we'll have Mega Medicham. Raid hours. So the different raid hours we're going to have, which are going to be on Wednesdays from 6 to 7 p.m. On January 1st, we'll have Altered Form Giratina on New Year's Day. Giratina. January 8th, we'll have Palkia. January 15th, we'll have Palkia. On January 22nd, we'll have Attack Form Deoxys and Defense Form Deoxys. On January 29th, we'll have Dialga, and on February 5th, we'll have Dialga. Those are pretty good ones, not too bad. Can't really complain about those. At least a lot of them are meta relevant. Deoxys, I don't think anybody really uses it, except for the defense form, I think I don't even know if that's still used in PvP. I haven't seen it in a long time. Anyway, in Shadow Raids, we'll have Registeel, which can be shiny, and I have a feeling that shiny is gonna look really good with that purple smoke. That's gonna go from January 4th until February 2nd. So the 5-star raids that we're going to have for the whole month are going to be from January 4th to January 16th, we'll have Palkia. January 16th to January 24th, we'll have Attack Form and Defense Form Deoxys. And on January 24th to February 6th, we'll have Dialga. Spotlight hours. So spotlight hours take place on Tuesdays from 6 to 7 p.m. We're going to start with January 7th, which will feature Voltorb, Hisuian, and Cantonian Voltorb. We've got January 14th featuring Roselia. We've got January 21st featuring Paldean Wooper, and we've got January 28th featuring Yungoos. So all in all, like, it's a pretty good month. I mean, like, it's okay. It's not going to be a stellar month. It's going to be more interesting when February comes around, when we've got Go Tour, because Go Tour is one of the most exciting events of the year. If you haven't gotten tickets yet, I'm pretty sure they still got tickets for the different locations. I hope you guys are having a great December. I hope that your January will be even better. I'll see you guys out in the field, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.